suddenly illuminating her reflection in the hallway mirror, as if she was a ghost. She stood there, holding her breath. Shouting from the emergency room made her turn. She heard her mother yell, "Put it down here!" There were sounds of scuffling. Men were shouting, and an animal roared in defiance. Each scream tore through Emily, making her flinch. Still, she pushed her way inside, into pandemonium. "Hold it still!" Carolyn ordered. Two policemen struggled to hold a wriggling tarp down on the operating table. A razor-clawed paw swept out from under the tarp, raking down a uniform sleeve and breaking one man's grasp. The other man slammed the animal down hard. "Emily, get the hypodermic!" Carolyn shouted over the animal's yowls. Emily remained frozen and watched as her mother drew back the tarp. Carolyn's gasp stuck in her throat. "What did this to you?" It was a cat, an enormous cat, and it was burned, badly. Only small patches of its leopard-spotted fur remained. Everywhere else, the skin was oozing blood. One of the cat's eyes was swollen shut. "Oh no, oh no," Emily thought she heard herself saying over and over. "Emily, move it!" The animal twisted in Carolyn's arms and took a mad swipe, ripping the sleeve of her tunic. Instinctively, she jerked back, grabbing her arm. The cat struggled to stand, but its paws slipped in the pools of its own blood. Emily stared at the awful wounds. Burns everywhere, and, on one flank, a set of deep claw marks. But what mesmerized her was the green glow that seemed to emanate, shimmering, almost bubbling from the burned flesh. Didn't anyone else notice? Emily wondered. "Emily!" her mom shouted. "I need your help, do you hear me?" Emily looked up. Shaking, she fumbled around the supply cabinet for a hypodermic, trying to get it out of its wrapping. Somehow she managed to measure out the dose of tranquilizer her mother called out to her. The cat twisted hard, letting out an awful cry. The pain lanced deep into Emily's chest, making her scream. The needle fell to the floor and shattered. The cat was up on its feet, snarling. It turned to face Emily. Glaring through its one good eye, it bared razor teeth and crouched to strike. "Keep away from it!" one of the cops shouted. Emily moved forward slowly, as if in a dream. The cat looked straight at her. A hard glint of steel flashed from its gold-green eyes, and Emily felt a rush of feelings wash over her. Rage, hate, pain, fear, and something else. Something Emily recognized instantly. Loss. Emily was overwhelmed by a sadness and emptiness unlike anything she'd ever known. She stared at the cat. "It's all right. You're with friends. We want to help you." Had she spoken out loud? The cat's expression calmed, the feral glow fading from its eyes as its muscles relaxed. Emily looked up to see her mother pulling the needle from the cat's side. The cat slid to the table, fighting to keep eye contact with Emily. Leaning her head in close, Emily heard a whisper, a single word. "Home." A hand was on her shoulder, pulling her back. It was her mom, her grip firm but gentle. "Thank you, officers. We've got everything under control now." "You're sure you'll be okay, doctor?" one of them asked. "This is what we do," she replied, pulling on surgical gloves. "Where did you find this animal?" The older of the two policemen shook his head. "We didn't find it. She did." He jerked his thumb toward the far corner of the room. "Out at the Ravenswood Preserve." For the first time, Emily noticed the dark-haired girl who stood watching, black eyes wide against tan skin. Where had she come from? Carolyn turned to the girl. Any sign of what might have done this to her? No. The girl's long, dark hair fell over her face as she edged toward the door. "You did the right thing calling for help," Carolyn assured her. "Yeah." The girl was out the door in a flash. "Emily, get scrubbed. Rachel's gone for the day, so you're assisting. You know the burn drill. Soak, clean, and cover." The officers had left, and her mom was all business now. But Emily was frozen again. Home. She was sure she'd heard it, but who had said it? Emily willed her legs to move. Her hip hit the side of the exam table, making it spin.